Young buck, congratulations. You just graduated from whatever post-secondary endeavor that you got. Maybe you were out of town, or maybe you were in town. Maybe you were living on campus. More than likely, you probably were living on campus. Now you gotta adjust back home, right? I'm gonna give you some tools to help you survive this next phase of your life. So pay attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is another week of Talk to Me Tuesdays. It's me again. It's Professor Christopher. And this week I want to talk to the younger crowd of people. So, people my age and older, maybe this information won't be as relevant to you. But to those young whippersnappers who, they still are mega optimistic about life because they just graduated and they're about to, get into the career choice of whatever it is that they say, right? Let's just take a pause here, okay? Because now, my friend, I'm gonna tell you something that they didn't tell me, or they probably didn't tell other people. You graduating from that school instantly made you a resident of unemployment Narnia. It's something that I made up a long time ago, right? So now you're in an odd place, right? So the jobs that you would want to take, to at least help you, make ends meet, they don't want you. Because now at this point, you probably cost too much to hire. And on the other hand, if you didn't have any relevant kind of experiences or internships or anything like that, you're basically unemployable by the people who you want to work for at this point in time to get your career started. So what does this mean for you? So in about 6 months, your student loan provider is going to come knocking, and they're going to say, hey, here is your first bill for those student loans, if you have them, okay? So there's that. And also, of course, there's still, everyday life that you have to live. Those graduation gifts, those monetary gifts that everybody was so eager to give you. It's only gonna last you maybe 1 to 2 months if people were extremely generous and you didn't, just go on a wild spending spree because you've been budgeting and fidgeting with your money for the last 3, 4, 4.5 years or whatever. However that goes, right? So basically, what this means is you are going to reside at home with your family. Now, this is pretty much like a kind of deal where you have the ability to coexist with your parents or anything like that. So that's basically what I'm giving advice on. Like, your family better than I do. And these strategies may or may not work for you and yours. But if you have a family that is willing to work with you, as long as you're putting in some kind of work, these tips will work, okay? So check this out, young buck. What you want to do at this point in time, of course, you want to be looking for work, but at the same time, you want to provide some kind of value to the home, okay? So clearly you're an adult and you do not have chores. Like, you can't get grounded at this point in time for not washing the dishes before you go to bed or anything like that. Those days are over with, right? But at the same time, you should still know better. So you got to provide some kind of value to the home. You just can't sit up and do nothing. If you're a little down because you can't find a job or anything like that, say that. Okay, be open with it. People don't know what you're going through if you don't say anything about it, okay? So still, in between those times, you want to provide some kind of value to the home, right? Even if that means, man, you helping out with the cooking, you helping out with some sort of cleaning. Like, you basically just, although you stay in there, you trying your best to just basically stay out of the way. You're not trying to be a burden. You know, you not trying to be the person who's, swinging the refrigerator all day long, or playing with the thermostat. Provide some kind of value to the home, especially when you get some kind of working arrangement. Might not be the one that you want, because remember, I just told you you're in unemployment Narnia. So try to find something at least to keep the moths out of your wallet, so to say. And when of course, still provide some kind of value. I'm not saying pay all the bills. I'm just saying be proactive and be like, hey, I know I'm living here. I'm glad that you guys are working with me. I don't make much money, but I can put something on something. Or you could be like, hey, I'll help put tissue in the house. I'll help pay for the lawn service or something. Make it worth their while, because you don't want to be that person who, you graduated college and then you just become a couch potato or something like that. You don't want to do that. That's the thing that you really just don't want to do. Provide that value, okay? And honestly, right now, you're in a good point in life. Now, for most of the males, probably, more than likely, you didn't learn how to effectively cook yourself a meal at any point. You've probably been surviving off of oven foods and like perishable items, canned goods, all that kind of stuff, right? So for the males, at this point in time, it is a very good time to learn how to cook, okay? I mean, females too, but mostly for the males, man. This is a great time to learn how to cook, man. Cook for the family, bro. It'll help you get your skills up, and in a crazy kind of way, bro. Like, this phase of life here is going to help you establish, some kind of know-how for when you move out, and for when you invite a woman into your space. And then, of course, you're going to still have to provide value to that household, but now you're used to it because you've already provided value to one household. You have some kind of skill because you can cook and you don't have to depend on her. And whatever else it is that you took the liberty to learn as far as being a productive man of the house. Now, I really just can't talk to the ladies about, what they should be doing on their end, because I'm not a woman. So I'm not even going to try it. So, but I can't talk to you dudes, though. I mean, 'cause we got the same parts and everything. So, bro, learn some stuff, okay? I don't care what it is. Learn how to fix some stuff. Like, you in a prime position, like, you can learn how to fix so much stuff, and you can learn how to do so much stuff. So basically, by the time it's time for you to go, bro, you're like a Renaissance man, bro. There's not a lot that you don't know how to do, and everything else you don't know how to do at that point. I mean, you'll probably be making the money to pay somebody to help you fix what you messed up, right? So, bros, just take this time to build yourself as a better man, a good man, somebody that, a wife would be proud to have. I mean, whatever. But as far as general terms of speaking, man or woman, like, if you have to stay home at this point in time, knowing rent is what it is, mortgage is what it is, the cost of living is going up every year, somewhere around 2.5% to 3% a year. Like, you gotta make wise decisions. But here, just thought of this. But here, it's the most important thing that you want to remember, right? So I talked about perceptions a couple videos ago or so. Don't let the perceptions of your friends who appear to be doing things, don't let that perception get you down because you staying at home. Also, don't let outside influences make you feel bad for staying home. Specifically within the African American community, you stay home past a certain age, then of course everybody's going to want to talk bad about you. But in other collective ethnicities and things of that nature, boy, you can stay at home as long as you want, as long as you're providing value into the home. I mean, why jump out there if you're not ready? That's how you end up in financial trouble. That's how a lot of your friends are going to end up. So you just make sure that you spend this time that you're spending at home childless, I'm assuming. Like, if you got children, then none of this advice probably is going to center to you, because you're kind of a parent at this point. But for the people who are childless and your family is willing to work with you, like, some of these tips are going to work well for you. And at any point, man, if they stop working, then clearly it's time to go. And hopefully, like I said, when it's time to go, you got those skills together to where you can leave and never return. Ever.